Hi, my name is Jules Mercuri, and I directed The Bunnyman.
Hi, I'm Katie Howitt, and I played Jessica in The Bunnyman this summer.
My name is Rob Meyer, and I was one of the producers and instructors on Bunnyman.
Hi, my name is Ryan Woods, and I worked as many things on the Bunnyman. I think one of the most prominent things that I worked on was the animation and compositing of it, and also I was the Bunnyman.
Hello, my name is Dante Close. I was the assistant director on Bunnyman.
Hi, I'm Megan O'Brien, and I was the screenwriter for Bunnyman. I also did some animation, some editing, some camera work.
I am D.H. McCauley. I'm an educator here at the Hudson County Schools of Technology. I work for High Tech and CAS Prep. I am also one of the producers on Bunnyman.
A lot of people in other schools don't really want to take classes over the summer because normally it means they failed something. But at High Tech, there's a lot of people who take summer classes, and one of the ones offered this year was movie production.
Ooh!
I'm here to tell you a little bit about the 5 stages we went through to put together the Bunnyman. The first stage was the development, and I remember on the first day we were reading about the 3 different scripts we could choose from. And when we read aloud for the Bunnyman, I got to play Jessica, and I really liked the character. So I was excited about that. And then we voted on which script we were going to do. And then we had to start development, which was we were drawing the different scenes. And we were working on what kind of things we wanted to say in the movie and how we had to change the script. And I remember we went through maybe 3 or 4 different scripts before we finally decided on what the end would be.
Wait, you're all stuck up on the orange part there.
Why I wrote this story. I know a couple of people have mentioned already that it was a dream. I would like to edit that. It was a nightmare. I'm not the kind of sick, twisted person that thinks this was a good dream. When I was a kid, I used to have this recurring nightmare about a villain that I named the Bunnyman.
Now, was that so bad?
And if you've watched the movie already, then you basically have a good idea of what I was dreaming about.
I have worked on narrative productions before, but I've never worked on anything involving animation. So in the pre-production phase, it was very important to have character keys, to start to pre-visualize exactly what it is we were doing. Quite a painstaking task, but I was very happy that the students were really into their work.
After that, we moved on to pre-production, which was developing the character keys and at the drawings for our locations, and all this had to be done since we were going to overlay animation on top of our live action, which was one of the first time we were attempting to do this in the school, and we had less than a month to do the project.
I was in a class with Mr. Cohen last year, so I sort of knew what we were going to do. I didn't know how much of it we were going to have to do. 24 frames in a second. Doesn't seem like much, but when you have like 60 seconds, 100 seconds, 1,248 seconds, all of that adds up.
Really, I didn't have the time to think or doubt what was going on. The whole thing that was in my mind this entire time was it was an experiment. We'd never done it before. We have books upon books. We had experienced individuals. We have Santiago Cohen, who is a phenomenal animator. I've worked in animation and in film, but never together. And this was an opportunity to do that. I kept telling the students this was the best way of thinking of this class this year is like Mary Poppins. We're going to jump into the chalk painting and see what we can get out of this.
Then we started filming, and I was on camera a lot, so I didn't get to do much of the camera work and lighting and stuff, but I got to be on camera, and that was pretty cool because I didn't realize how much off time you have and how many times you have to do a take. And I remember one day we were filming outside, And okay, so me and Ryan.
Ooh. Katie was basically the clear-cut choice for Jessica, the girl, because she screams a lot and she's loud and she could very accurately portray a little girl.
La la la, I feel the diaphragm, I can speak and enunciate.
So then we started production, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I know I'm sitting in a director's chair now, but I was never sitting in this chair when we were shooting anything. There's always something to be fixed. There's always somebody to yell at. There's always something, actors need direction. It's a tough job being a director, or even anybody. If you're just a boom operator, there's a lot of stuff to worry about.
Overall, it was a great experience. I got a taste of everything that could possibly be done on the project, and I think that's just one of the great things about being involved in it.
There are many things that were very interesting during the production and post-production. Right now, one of them that I can really think of most is that everybody was tired. Every single day, everybody was tired. I remember I always used to come in and woke up 7 o'clock in the morning, but I came in anyway, and I got the work done, but I was exhausted. And I know everybody else was, but we still did good.
I think post-production was my favorite part. I was the first to easily say I didn't like the animation process, which was, we get out the Photoshop, and frame by frame, you had to take myself and Mr. Meyer and just outline ourselves and then color it in, and it would take hours. You would be sitting at that computer for just like 2 weeks straight. We're all just sitting there coloring us in. We had keys, thank God, but I think by the third day, I was actually kind of into it. I got pretty fast at the animation of it, the rotoscoping. I got pretty fast at. So I know everybody else has probably complained about the animation process, but I actually came to like that.
Really, I like doing it, and I think that TV production is something I could really get into doing, because it's just something that, there's so many different aspects of it, and if you take the class, it's not just acting or just lighting or just camera work. There's so much that I didn't realize went into it. I mean, my friends and I, we pick up a camera and we film stuff, but we don't really understand like how much real movies take to do it. So, did I like working on the Bunnyman? Yeah.
What I love about this class is the ability to just instruct while you're doing. I think you learn so much. Part of the reason Mr. McCauley, I think, is so successful is that he immerses his students in the production, which I can, obviously see the great benefit of now. Just get them in there. Instead of sitting there with the camera and saying it does this and it does that, or sitting there with the dolly and showing it, it's just like, let's just start working.
One student said, you know what, if you go from the beginning of the scene you want and the end of that scene, hit a button called sequential and export, it will take everything and it will divvy it up like cards. Saved us a great amount of time, and it also helped us organize everything we wanted. Another student offered up at home on his spare time to do a logo, an animated logo on the computer on his own time. Besides doing soccer, going off to see if he can get into film school, working on the project and the material that we're doing in the project, he's also then doing this, and did it and had it on time. We had another student that had brought in 2 great books, had brought in a reel and so on, has seen the documentary, but knowing that he was able to appreciate it even more so because of the fact that no matter what the books were saying, it was nothing like living the experience. Having a young lady who spends her time working on the storyline, seeing it going back, forward, and watching what started as a one-dimensional text piece suddenly become a real-life imagery. To be able to capture what she wrote and know that for the rest of her life and beyond, this moment is preserved. And all that in 24 days.
And so it's important to remember that it's coming from almost zero experience, and it came out really, I think it came out remarkably well.